Welcome along to Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen, where it's Chinese Grand Prix weekend. But before we can race, we need to qualify. And who's going to take that coveted pole position? How will our grid line up? We're about to find out. Welcome to qualifying.
Okay, that's P19.
To everyone back at the factory for pushing, and we're slowly progressing, so thank you.
It's a new day, a new dawn, a new era for Formula One. This is the 2026 World Championship. New regulations, new cars, new fuels, new drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's ride. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Piastri, Russell, Max Verstappen, and Sainz, Albon, Norris, Hadjar, and Esteban Ocon, Behrman, Lindblad, Fernando Alonso, and Lawson, Gasly, Antonelli, Franco Colapinto, and Sergio Perez, Stroll, Bottas, Hülkenberg, and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations. Well done.
Mega job, guys. Mega job. Thank you so much for everyone. Back to the factory, continue to push. This is the real showing of all your hard work, so thank you. Let's keep pushing.
Well, all that off-season work clearly paying off here today, Crofty. A brilliant way to start the season with a solid victory. It's a real good confidence boost as well, and you feel like that's going to really propel them forward through to the next race coming up.
For tomorrow's race. Let's get on with it.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Thank you to everyone back at the factory for pushing. And we're slowly progressing, so thank you.
It started as a day race, now it runs at night. Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit and welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Andrea Kimi Antonelli lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Albon, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Sainz, Piastri, Verstappen, and Pierre Gasly, Colapinto, Hadjar, Esteban Ocon, and Stroll, Alonso, Perez, Liam Lawson, and Ollie Behrman, Lindblad, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
That's a race win and your second race win in a row. Fantastic job.
Amazing job. I'm so grateful. Everyone back in the factory, everyone working so hard.
Lewis Hamilton.
And it's always good, Crofty, to get that momentum on your side, and it's really good for your confidence as well. The more confident you are, the further that can take you.
Been scouring the socials and asking around, and I'm delighted to say that the team are none the wiser about us chatting with anyone else. And the meeting went well, too. I know. I'm amazing. You're welcome.
Here in Montreal, Lights Out is quickly approaching on this artificial island originally built for the World Fair in 1967. Now it's used for a World's Fair of a different kind, ever since Formula One first arrived here. We're back in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Alex Albon leads us away from pole position, and Isaac Hadjar completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Leclerc, Franco Colapinto, and Piastri, Alonso, Russell, Lindblad, and Max Verstappen, Sainz, Norris, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Behrman, Lawson, Perez, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Valtteri Bottas, Ocon, Hülkenberg, Stroll, and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
That's more like it, lads.
Ready, record-breaking, winning record. It's Lewis Hamilton to the line for victory.
Wow, that's 3 wins in a row. This clearly solidifies them as a season contender. It's very tough to achieve 3 in a row, so very well done.
And it's time for that special moment for our special 3 today. The podium awaits our top 3 finishers. It's a familiar sight in Formula One, and here it is once again. Lewis Hamilton with the trophy held high, celebrating a masterful victory. If you ask anyone who's raced here, they'll tell you, nowhere in the world is more important to get a high qualifying position than here on the windy, chicaney, challenging streets of Monaco. We're about to set the grid for tomorrow's race, but potentially for the end of the race too. Formula One returns to Monte Carlo once again today, home to the world-famous Monte Carlo Casino that first opened in 1863. And of course, a certain road race first held in 1929. There's no greater an occasion, no more valuable a win than the Monaco Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Stroll, Hadjar, Charles Leclerc and Antonelli, Albon, Lindblad, Bortoleto and Lando Norris, Gasly, Bottas, Sergio Perez and Sainz, Behrman, Alonso, Esteban Ocon and George Russell, Hülkenberg, Lawson, Colapinto and Max Verstappen completes the grid.
flag, red flag. We'll update you in the pits. Everyone's okay.
Celebrating a masterful victory.
Usually I put something on TV, so we never think about you and me. But today I see our reflections clearly in Hollywood.
So, good news and bad news. The good news is the meeting went well. The bad news, your current employers got wind of it, and they aren't thrilled. Get ready to grovel. This might set back your recognition with them a bit.
lap times are falling off now. We want you to pit for repairs. Box, box, box. Yes! Excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Great job.
Welcome from the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Norris, Isaac Hadjar, and Piastri, Antonelli, Sainz, Lawson, and Pierre Gasly, Leclerc, Ocon, Arvid Lindblad, and Bottas, Perez, Stroll, Nico Hulkenberg, and Ollie Behrman, Colapinto, Albon, Alonso, and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
You
that could put a lot of pressure on your shoulders, but you don't want that to put so much pressure on your shoulders that you start overdriving, making mistakes, because you know in this sport, you can go from hero to zero in an instant.
Easier said than done, Anton. As we pass by a driver now who's considering their future, even if you've got a contract, they're not necessarily even worth the paper they're written on. You've got to keep putting in really big, impressive performances.
It's an industry that demands perfection from not just the team, but the drivers as well, first and foremost. So if you start to relax in any way, even if you have a multi-year deal in place, like you say, not worth the paper it's written on, because you can be kicked out before you know it. If the performances start to slip, the team will have their eye on you straight away and you'll be out the door.
So no room for complacency. Let's see who can put in some big performances on track today. All the action up next. Don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go.
Close that gap as much as you can. It's hammer time.
Hamilton is with it, they almost touched. They go into Brabham.
Okay guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go.
Piastri's the fastest man in the middle sector as well. The McLaren is rapid. Here comes Fernando Alonso.
Alonso in 5th place. Stand by for an almighty shot. Lando Norris gunning for his first pole in Formula 1 since Russia last year. Hamilton's quick as well. Norris to the front row. He can't beat Max Verstappen by 800ths, but Hamilton is flying right now, and so is Zhou Guanyu. He's 5th for his performance of the season. Bottas is in 7th, but will it be Verstappen or will it be Hamilton?
2 corners to go for Lewis Hamilton. Oh, a little bit of an overstep, fighting the rear grip now. 1 corner to go. He's up on Max so far.
It is going to be such fine margins. He's chasing his 9th pole this time. Hamilton going for it. He's got it.
Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Join us in the United Kingdom today, or Great Britain as it's alternatively known. Well, it's certainly a great day today as we welcome you to one of the crown jewels of British sport, a track of speed, history and drama. It's Silverstone, It's the British Grand Prix. Straddling the border of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, the 18 corners of Silverstone Circuit form the 3.6-mile beating heart of Formula One. It's been reinvented over the years, with Turn 1 now the fast right-hander of Abbey, but the magic of racing is as strong here as it's ever been. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Antonelli, George Russell and Hadjar, Leclerc, Colapinto, Piastri and Liam Lawson, Perez, Albon, Gabriel Bortoleto and Alonso, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Carlos Sainz and Ollie Behrman, Lindblad, Stroll, Gasly and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today. Anthony Davidson, let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have, and it's, you know, rule number one, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same equipment as you, and yes, the cars can vary and set up from race to race and depending on who has which style, but essentially they're your barometer, the yardstick. If you can beat them, that's the first job you have to do. And it looks like it's going their way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy through the rest of the season.
Worldwide, we've got royalty, we've got A-listers, we've got 20 of the best drivers in the world on the grid at Silverstone, and it's lights out and away we go. Once again, Max Verstappen gets a decent start. Not as good as yesterday. Hamilton is right with him. Leclerc is already ahead of Bottas. Leclerc in third for Verstappen, and then Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. Lando Norris looks to be making a decent start. He's level with Daniel Ricciardo already. Into Village we go. Bottas ahead of Hamilton, who's escaped trouble this time around, unlike last year. Leclerc is ahead of the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. Then comes Sebastian Vettel in fifth.
Somehow they all appear to be pointing in the right direction at the moment, side by side as they were through the first few turns. Hamilton wants it straight away, but as you say, at least he's still in the race, unlike last year when he was turned around in the second corner.
Hamilton thought for one moment of diving round the outside of Brooklands, but he couldn't get through there. We're onto the old start-finish straight and blasting towards Copse. Leads Lewis Hamilton, further back Ricciardo and Norris going wheel to wheel through.
He will be faster down the Wellington straight into Brooklands.
Not going to get a chance to weave because already Hamilton is with him. They almost touch. They go into Brooklands. Verstappen stays ahead. The crowd roar their approval for this. The two championship contenders giving it everything.
It's not over yet because Hamilton gets another slipstream all the way down the old pit straight into Copse Corner. These are critical corners for this group.
5 miles an hour. Through goes the Ferrari. Through goes the Red Bull. Through goes the Mercedes.
So Perez will have a great chance down Hanger Straight into Stowe Corner. Leclerc is beginning to warm up those used hard compound tyres. If Perez can get a good release off of Beckett, he'll get the slipstream and he's got the DRS. We saw the rear wing open. This is going to be very close into Stowe Corner.
Yeah, Perez is catching Charles Leclerc. He traces him towards the inside. Perez on the inside. Charles Leclerc gives him just enough space. Can Perez squeeze past? They're going wheel to wheel towards Vale now. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track. Cuts the chicane. Off goes stays ahead, the crowd roar their approval for this. The two championship contenders giving it everything.
It's not over yet because Hamilton gets another slipstream all the way down the old pit straight into Cops Corner. These are critical corners.
Verstappen wants to be left alone as Hamilton now does come into the pits. Is a little bit slow as well, but not half as slow as it was for Max Verstappen. 4.2 seconds for Hamilton in his pit stop. And I know they've changed the procedures at the pit stops, but we're not expecting times to be that much slower, maybe by a couple of tenths. Hamilton comes out onto the racetrack now, and is he going to be ahead of Lando Norris? That's the big key.
He will be faster down the Wellington straight into Brooklands.
Not going to get a chance to weave because already Hamilton is with him. They almost touch. They go into Brooklands. Verstappen stays ahead. The crowd roar their approval for this. The two championship contenders giving it everything.
It's not over yet because Hamilton gets another slipstream all the way down the old pit straight into Cops Corner. These are critical corners for this Grand Prix.
Hamilton's going to try again, this time on the inside, and Continent touch! Now leads the British Grand Prix, but for the second time this season, Hamilton and Verstappen clash and tangle on the opening lap, but this time it is ending in dramatic consequences for the championship leader.
He will be faster down the Wellington straight into Brooklands.
Not going to get a chance to weave because already Hamilton is with him. They almost touch. They go into Brooklands. Verstappen stays ahead. The crowd roar their approval for this. The two championship contenders giving it everything.
It's not over yet because Hamilton gets another slipstream all the way down the old pit straight into Cops Corner. These are critical corners for this Grand Prix.
The Continent touch.
Slipstream all the way down the old pit straight into Cops Corner. These are critical corners for this Grand Prix.
Hamilton's going to try again, this time on the inside, and Continent touch!
Lewis, close that gap as much as you can. It's hammer time.
Through goes the Red Bull, through goes the Mercedes.
So Perez will have a great chance down Hanger straight into Stowe Corner. Leclerc is beginning to warm up those used hard compound tyres. If Perez can get a good release off of Beckett, he'll get the slipstream and he's got the DRS. We saw the rear wing open. This is going to be very close into Stowe Corner.
Yeah, Perez is catching Charles Leclerc. He takes him towards the inside. Perez on the inside. Charles Leclerc gives him just enough space. Can Perez squeeze past? They go wheel to wheel towards Vale now. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track. Cuts the chicane. Off goes Leclerc. Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff coming out of the final corner. Perez and Leclerc going for it. Hamilton says thank you.
Out to head for victory as he comes into the final corners here at Silverstone. The crowds are going crazy. Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix. He takes his ninth win at Silverstone.
He worked hard for that one. Congratulations, well done.
Epic. guys.
Takes the checker flag and once again wins. Well, it's been a long wait for many of our drivers, but the wait is always worth it. Bring them out to the awaiting crowd. It's time for our podium celebrations. It's a familiar sight in Formula One, and here it is once again. Lewis Hamilton, with the trophy held high, celebrating a masterful victory. They call it the Temple of Speed, and the pilgrims have come to worship. It's all about the speed today. Qualifying awaits us. Welcome to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix.
What happened? Let me know you're okay.
Welcome to the home of the Parabolica, now known as the Curva Alboreto, in tribute to the Italian motorsport legend Michele Alboreto. It's a long, long right-hander. It dares you to keep your foot as far down on the throttle as you possibly can. It's one of the great corners on the calendar, and we're here at Monza ahead of the Italian Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Andrea Kimi Antonelli completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Verstappen, Isaac Hadjar and Sainz, Ocon, Gasly, Hülkenberg and Lewis Hamilton, Lindblad, Bottas, Oscar Piastri and Behrman, Albon, Alonso, Liam Lawson and Franco Colapinto, Perez, Norris, Stroll and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
No overtaking, please. We'll see you in the pit lane. At the rate we expect.
Usually I put something on TV, so we never think about you and me. But today I see our reflections clearly in Hollywood, laying on the screen. You just need a better life than this. You need something I can never give. Fake water all across the road. It's gone now, the night is come, but sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He waves been freaking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He waves been freaking me out. Can't make you happier now. Usually
So, good news and bad news. The good news is the meeting went well. The bad news, your current employers got wind of it, and they aren't thrilled. Get ready to grovel. This might set back your recognition with them a bit.
Welcome to the Madring. It's qualifying day here in Madrid, and time to see who'll get that all-important pole on this brand new track.
Okay, the intermediate tyre seems to be the right choice for the current conditions. I think we should pit to change over now. Okay, that's P19, P19. Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
So much better.
Time to get going then, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to the Mad Ring. Who's going to take victory today for the Spanish Grand Prix? Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Isaac Hadjar completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Antonelli, Sainz, Max Verstappen, and Lawson, Bortoleto, Alonso, Hamilton, and Esteban Ocon, Bottas, Stroll, Pierre Gasly, and Hülkenberg, Colapinto, Behrman, Sergio Perez, and Charles Leclerc, Russell, Lindblad, Albon, and Oscar Piastri rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. As night falls in Singapore, the track starts to warm up, and it'll be red hot by the time we find out who's on pole for tomorrow's race. Time to set the grid then. Welcome along to qualifying here in Singapore.
Drop to P20.
Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. And here's our track, 4.94 kilometers long, and overtaking chances into the first corner, into turn 14 at the end of the Esplanade, and now into turn 16 in the newly reprofiled sector that we first ran on in 2023. Still though, it's punishing and tough on the brakes, and the heat and humidity will take an effect on our drivers. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And starting next to them is George Russell. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, and Ocon, Hadjar, Norris, Gasly, and Ollie Ben, Colapinto, Verstappen, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Lawson, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Arvid Lindblad, and Sergio Perez, Bottas, Alonso, Bortoleto, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Gnomes. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
We're done on them round here.
301 metres then from pole to that first corner. Lewis Hamilton can see that first corner. There's nobody in his way, but for how much? It's lights out and away we go. Even start from the front two. Sebastian Vettel challenging Max Verstappen to get very close. This time they don't touch. Verstappen just makes first corner ahead of Sebastian Vettel. They're looking up behind as they all thread their way through the first three corners. Max Verstappen ahead of Sebastian.
Good release off of Beckett. He'll get the slipstream and he's got the DRS. We saw the rear wing open. This is going to be very close into Stoke Corner.
Perez is catching Charles Leclerc. He takes him towards the inside. Perez on the inside. Charles Leclerc gives him just enough space. Can Perez squeeze past? They're going wheel to wheel towards Vale now. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track. Cuts the chicane. Off goes Leclerc. Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff coming out of the final corner. Perez and Leclerc going for it. Hamilton says thank you very much. Another thing opens up for him.
He will be faster down the Wellington straight into Brooklands.
He's not going to get a chance to weave because already Hamilton is with him. They almost touch. They go into Brooklands. Verstappen stays ahead. The crowd roar their approval for this. The two championship contenders giving it everything.
It's not over yet because Hamilton gets another slipstream all the way down the old pit straight into Cops Corner. These are critical corners.
this afternoon. Lewis Hamilton has managed to keep it all together, and he is now on the run down to the final corner. We're following this scrap between second and third places. I'd like to see Lewis though through the final corners.
Doesn't want to get in the way of this one. Hamilton with a great chance to go up to second position. Listen to that. Max Verstappen checking the mirror. And once again, Lewis Hamilton is occupying it.
Backing it into turn 3. The front's working well for Hamilton, the rear's on the limit. This has got to be the chance.
Yeah, Verstappen looking like he's losing rear grip. Hamilton right up his gearbox.
Deciding which way to go on the Wellington Straight, Lewis Hamilton takes third position back in the Grand Prix, and he gets by Max Verstappen to return to the podium.
Ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
Laps more Valtteri Bottas. I'm sure Kimi Räikkönen will remember the time they tangled in Sochi on the last lap as well. Perez has got past Brendan Hartley, puts himself up into 16th place as Lewis Hamilton passes the concert area down the Padang part of this track. He's as far from home as you can possibly get on this 3.1 mile circuit, but he'll start to make his way back towards the start-finish line in a few moments' time, turning right to head back to the twisty final sector. There's a lot of British fans here with Lewis Hamilton on their flags, wanting to see their man deliver, and he has delivered this evening here in Singapore, as he's delivered a course before, winning in 2009, winning in 2014, and last year in 2017. It's going to be a fourth Singapore Grand Prix victory for Lewis Hamilton. He said that this place was hotter than hell. Well, I think his lap last night in qualifying and his 61 laps tonight have been heaven sent for Lewis Hamilton, who extends his lead in the Drivers' Championship and wins the Singapore Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, champion of the world in 2014. This time, it's hammer time.
Sensational drive from Massa, just 2.5 seconds behind at the end. Valtteri Bottas.
It's like Mansell and Silverstone, but this time it's Hamilton.
Yes! Yes! We've done it! You are the world champion! Oh, what a win! What a season! We are going to celebrate hard tonight, my friends. Bring the car home. Nice one.
Formula One world. Well, it's certainly been an incredible year for Formula One, and our drivers have all pushed themselves this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however. Here they are now, our new Formula One World Drivers' Champion. And once again, win!
Hamilton's star is shining brightly tonight. you have to say. Finishing on an absolute high. What about the Hamilton camp? We'll hear from them in a moment.
Well, he's rewriting the book of what is possible in Formula One.
8th World Championship for Lewis Hamilton. It's what every driver imagines when they start out on their long road towards Formula One. And for our lucky three today, here's the podium waiting for them. It's a familiar sight in Formula One, and here it is once again. Lewis Hamilton with the trophy held high, celebrating a masterful victory.
Get in there, Lewis. 11 race wins, 2014 world champion. Great job, Lewis. Great job from jockey. Brilliant stuff, mate. World champion. Congratulations, Lewis. 2014 world champion.
World Championship for Lewis Hamilton. It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.